Will it be another 5-setter, or will Petron Blaze or Main and Tail finish things off quickly? Looking at the lineup, itong Main and Tail Lady Stallions, of course, the usual suspects there. Royce Tubino has been her usual scoring self, but like you mentioned, Tex, hindi pwedeng si Royce lang. Kailangan makikita mo yung mga pangalan. Danica Gendrauli, Abby Braca, Jim Gustilo on the other side of the floor. Start dito para kay Rachel Landakis. In some games, Rachel would come off the bench. This time, she's starting para di sa Petron Blaze.
Yeah, this been their starting lineup really on paper ever since, but the luxury of George Pascua having all these talented reserves, walang tapong nga, di ba? We keep mentioning. Talagang, let's see how Main and Tail will handle. They need to make Binan Manabat move laterally. Tingnan natin kung madiskarte ni Argarin.
Pagkakataon para sa Main and Tail. And Net Mabayan with the opening point.
Nanonood pala ng power tip.
Well, obviously, Net Mabayan from USD, where you came from, Tex.
I'm a smiling tiger.
Opening point scored by the Main and Tail Lady Stallions. Let's see how Petron will answer. They go to Cesc Molina, but Clotel digs it up. Back set para kay Gendrauli. Lethal lefty will score.
And this is what we were mentioning earlier, James. The floor defense here. Medyo wala pa yung bola doon. Nakaupo na. So, let's see if they can, baka diesel nga. Tingnan natin kung makainit itong Petron.
Delikado naman, para naman din sa Main and Tail. Pag sila uminit sa simula, they really can put a scare on some teams with their power game. Tubino almost blocking Binan Manabat. Cesc Molina blocked again!
Boy, a meeting of the two MVPs there. Binan Manabat, of course, the UAAP, and Royce Tubino from the NCAA.
Main and Tail with a quick start dito sa set number 1. They lead 3-0.
George Pascua just saying somebody's got to stay home. Dapat may nakabantay sa tindahan sa likod.
Service error from Arian Argarin, finally putting Petron on the board.
Okay, it's important here for Main and Tail. Maka-side out sila. So Dindin will go into the back row. Well, actually, one more rotation.
Grace Masangkay on deck to serve. Targets Jill Gustilo. They go to the other side. And that one is good para sa Main and Tail.
Yeah, this is the other weapon of Main and Tail that needs to get going. Si Gendrauli, She mapalo siya dito sa opposite side. But on set play, she'll hit on the outside. Minsan, mahirap mag-block talaga ng kaliwete dahil ibang trajectory ng dating ng bola.
Number 11, the Net Mabayan with the service. Good reception by Jen Reyes. Cesc Molina up high and puts it down.
And this is what I noticed during the warm-up here, Petron. Marami sa kanila running quicks na hindi sila middle attacker. So, changing it up. Trying to keep the blockers of Main and Tail on, for their part, honest also.
Franchise, Binan Manabat with the service. And she serves up an ace.
Yan ang difference talaga ni Binan Manabat and Royce Tubino. Dindin will dominate the game and free up her teammates. Kabila naman, Royce Tubino, as good as she needs the supporting cast. Kailangan gumana itong mga middle nila.
A good effort by Main and Tail, saving that one. And Royce Tubino puts it down.
Oh, the pressure naman on Main and Tail, mataas nyo lang yung bola, magagaling naman ang spiker nyo eh. You have a Royce Tubino as your outlet hitter. Talagang he can bail you out of a bad pass.
Lagi mo sinasabi, Tex, pag ganyan, paangatin mo lang na paangatin yung bola. Just your spikers to do their thing. Maraño gets blocked. Cesc Molina saves it, and a chance ball given up by Petron. Gendrauli with a tip, but that one goes out of bounds.
No check called here.
This Alonte Sports Arena crowd, I love it. Talagang nagre-react. Pagpasok pa lang ni Rachel Landakis kanina. Nag-cheer sila ng Phillips, tsaka Fulton, and just so many passionate fans dito sa Binan, Laguna. Enjoy kami pag di ko cover dito.
Oh, and Ang masarap kasi pumunta dito sa Alonte Sports Arena. These fans, nakaintindi ng volleyball to.
Oh, yeah.
They actually applaud effort. So, talagang in the know itong mga fans na to.
6 serving 4 dito sa set number 1. 2-point advantage para sa main and tail. Masangkay will go to Rachel Takis. Excellent, almost an excellent thing in the back row. That one goes out of bounds. Take a look at this one again. Rachel Takis with a windup and the strong finish. Ultra fast spike brought to you by PLDT Home Altera Ultra Fast LTE for a happy family. Abby Maraño getting the finish and Tech Suter when you have the hammer.
You put it down. Itong heads-up play dito sa middle blocker ng Petron. Basta regalo, handog regalo, sabi ni Abby, akin na. And Kapitana puts it down. Heads-up play there from Abby.
We have a tie game, 6 points apiece. The tip by Praca doesn't go. Masangkay, Dumanaba from the back row. What a block by Abby Praca.
Para sa mga manonood, mga nanonood, if you have the ambitions of being a middle blocker, middle attacker, please watch Abby Praca. Napakasipag ng young lady na ito. Lagi siya pumapasok, lagi siya bumablock, never gives up on the play.
Reyes will go to Takis. Turbino digs it up. Argerin. Pumunta kay Jim Gustilo. Shot doesn't go. Marami with tip. Pagkakataon para sa Petron Blaze. The running attack by Abby Maraño.
Jill Bustillo here of main and tail, sorry to say it, kind of let Abby have a free crack at it.
Marinig mo yung dalawang palakpak ni Abby Maraño. You grab your popcorn, sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
That's right. Ito si Jill, the blocker of main and tail, just watching Abby do spiking practice.
Turbino naman from the back row but sends it long.
Oh, medyo ilalim siya ng bola nun.
First technical timeout.
Giving Petron the lead into the first technical timeout, 8-7.
Coach George Pasco na sa huling tabata ng Petron kontra sa main and tail, napakarami nilang unforced errors, so that during practice yesterday, they really made sure to address that problem. And aside from that, they also did some drills to improve their defense. Sabi kasi niya na lately, maganda naman talaga yung ginagawa nila both on offense and defense. But of course, they need to keep improving in all aspects, especially now, hindi sila pwede mag-relax, especially with all of the other teams just trying to get that first win against the undefeated Petron Blaze Spikers. Balik sa inyo, James and Tex.
Yeah, good point there. Your defense has to sustain itself. Then, you know your offense is okay. Pero if your defense starts letting you up, you cannot run your offense.
Defense wins games and championships dito sa Philippine SuperLiga. Service error. Main and tail, another point. Tabla ulit tayo, 8-all.
Yeah, no
Set
game.
number 1.
No game.
Service error from Petron Blaze at main and tail. And listen to this crowd.
Now serving. Number 3, Rachel
Always a
Takis.
fan favorite. Rachel Takis on deck to serve. 9 serving 8 dito sa set number 1. Joust at the top. Turbino winds it up. And Manabat and Masangkay protect the net.
Okay, George Pasco tweaking, saying since Masangkay is the shorter blocker, Royce Turbino is probably going to try to go through her, just telling who's going to switch there to the zone 1 area, which is Micah Morada. She's got to adjust there.
Good reception by Martel. One more try. Para sa main and tail. Drop ball. Doesn't fall. Isa pa. Para kay Mabaya, but gets blocked up top.
Abayan is blocked by Manabat.
Well, the coach of main and tail saying nakaabang na ang buong gym sa middle attack mo.
And look at this meeting at the top. Tindin Manabat saying, meet me up there and don't be late. Turbino susubok para sa main and tail. Maraño protects the floor. Masangkay to Cess Molina. Excellent save there by Jandrali. Tubino winding it up. Maraño again protects the floor. Unfortunately, Binan Manabat sends that wide.
Okay, miscommunication. Look at George Pascual telling his setter, hey, you can't see set backward from the attack line going toward the net. You know, you really put Dindin in a bad situation. Dindin did her best to play inside, pero hindi talaga, walang angulo.
Coach Maya actively pacing the sidelines, looking to control this game. Here's Molina, off the blocker.
Molina, that's off the
Let
blocker.
Mabayad, her left hand not in position there, medyo hindi naka-thumbs up siya, kaya ginamit lang siya pababa. And Ces Molina, you know how much Ces Molina favors the cross-court shot. Dapat someone should remind Main and Tail scouting reports na ang tendency ni Ces Molina is to cut the shot, lilihis, so to speak.
Si Masangkay serves it up. Regalo para kay Ces Molina. Buhay pa rin, pero pagkakataon para sa Petron. Backset by Grace. Tip by Morata doesn't go. Gentrali with a left-handed shot. Muntik pa tumawid sa net. Backset this time for Morata, but the tap not over.
Okay, the C-set again not working, not from where she's setting. Medyo pinilit. Tignan mo naman ang luxury ni Coach George sa Petron. Diba? You have to sit a good hitter in Micah Morata down. Ang replacement mo is Phil Cayetano, who's also reliable here on the outside.
Phil has been ratcheting up her game compared to last season when she just came back to play volleyball. Tingnan natin how Phil is going to contribute to this Petron offensive.
Net violation.
There's a violation at the net para dito sa Main and Tail. Puntos para sa Petron.
Yeah, this is what we pointed out earlier, James. Ces Masangkay having Ces Molina run the
Serving
quick.
for Petron, number 16.
Diba, what a luxury to have such talented hitters
Serving 10.
throughout your roster.
Main and Tail hanging on. Down by just 3 dito sa set number 1. Manabat again. Serving up an ace.
Well, that's a really confusing float serve dito kay Dindin Manabat. It looks like it's gonna stay in the air and all of a sudden it dies on you. Like Gil Gustillo got fooled there. Tingnan mo. Whoop! Kala niya outside. Rule of thumb, chest up, outside. But Gil Gustillo a little too shallow.
Dindin quicker. That time sends it long.
Yeah.
Service is long.
Lenlen Cortel was in better position. She was about an arm's length from the end line. So anything chest up for her is definitely outside.
Wow, volleyball gospel. The volleyball evangelist. If you're trying to protect the line there. So, dapat arm's length pala, Tex. Sige, thank you. Parang ganon.
Service
Okay
ace.
naman, is para sa Main and Tail.
Okay, from a coaching standpoint, no, Jen Reyes, that's your ball kasi nasa kanan niya. But on another aspect, you're Jen Reyes. You're supposed to get that ball.
12 serving 14. Dito sa set number 1.
Service
And
serve.
12 to 15 because of the service serve. Action slowing down a bit because of the errors of both squads.
Main and Tail, hindi pwedeng sumubay. Kung sasabay ka sa Petron, sumubay ka sa Opensa, huwag ka sumubay sa Aeron.
Serving for Petron.
Kung maghahabol ka, kailangan patipiran ng Aeron ang laban nyo.
Margarin goes to Gil Gustillo. Molina keeps it alive. Phil Cayetano trying to go cross court and gets the finish.
And with a kill.
And again, the
Second
Petron
technical.
Blaze heading into the second technical timeout in the driver's seat. Lamang sila, 16 to 12.
You know what, just when we thought na na-overcome na ng Main and Tail yung communication problems nila, bigla na naman silang tumahimik on the court during their last game. That's why during practice yesterday, Coach Mai told her girls to sit down and talk. Sabi niya sa team niya na dapat ilabas na nila lahat ng nararamdaman nilang frustration, yung galit, para wala na silang dalang emotional baggage pagdating sa laro. I actually asked Coach Mai, sino ba yung pinaka-vocal na player sa team mo? And she said, wala siyang maisip na, wala siyang ma-pinpoint na nag-iisang player and there lies the problem. So we'll see if they get around that issue today. Balik sa inyo, James and Tex.
Salamat, Carla. And of course, communication, crucial part of success needs of volleyball. You know, as Rachel Mackey puts it down, when I'm just watching the games, when I'm in the venue, and I'm watching the games, you can actually hear the teams that are talking and the teams that are not. As we take a look at this Ultra Fast Bike brought to you by PLD New Home Montera Ultra Fast LTE for a happy family.
That's right. Well, on the report there of Carla, you know, if there's no communication, there's no problem, di ba? But mahirap yung the sound of silence on the court. You know, it's so important that, you know, the most talkative player on the court should be the setter. The second most talkative person on the court should be the captain. And the third is the coach. That's how it's supposed to be. Tuloy-tuloy dapat ang usapan yan. Para hindi kayo mawala. I mean, once your concentration starts drifting, wala na. I mean, hindi ka makakapag-perform.
Manabat digs it up. Masangkay. Rachel Dakis. And she tried to get it off the blocker, but that one out of bounds.
Tingnan mo demeanor nito ni Rachel Dakis. Talagang, that's why she's such a fan favorite. As pretty as she is, as well as she plays the game, her demeanor is even more conducive for the fans. Lagi nakatawa. Tapos na ang point eh.
At tinapos din ni Chris Masangkay yung 1-2 play.
Yep. Middle blocker of Mane and Tail na accounting na front row and setter. Cardinal sin. Must account for all your personnel across the net. Especially now you have a Dinding Manabat to contend with.
Abby Manano serving for Petron.
Arian Argurin and Grace Masangkay having a running conversation about that. Nahuli mo ako sabi ni Arian Argurin. There's Samantha Dawson bago pasok sa laro. Pero huli sa taas si Rachel Dakis.
Okay lang yan. I mean, ito si Dawson, he needs to get going. She's a talented hitter, no? Former, or still Lady Tama. Ano? Graduate na yata ito si Dawson. We'll double check. But she has to help here on the opposite side.
Dakis targets Royce Tubino. Good block coverage by Kainglet. Manabat's attack held up at the back by Danica Gendrauli. Dakis with a coverage of her own. She gets it back for the attack and the finish.
I don't know how they're going to adjust here because Nilet Mabayad getting caught wrong-footed. Algarin at the mercy of Rachel Dakis.
Abby Maranyo to serve. 21 serving 14. Pagkakataon para sa Petron. Dakis again down the line.
Get something positive.
Let's hear more from Carla Lizard.
You know, that thing that Abby Maranyo does, yung tinatawag natin na Abby Maranyo, yung inaakap niya tapos kinakalga niya ng sabay. Tinanong ko nga siya kanina kung sino ba sa mga teammates niya hindi pa niya na Abby Maranyo. And sabi niya, lahat na daw. So that is one personal milestone for Abby na nangyari daw sa last game. Yun na daw yung huling pagka-Abby Maranyo niya. Balik sa inyo, James and Tex.
Excellent report from Carla Lizard. Of course, Abby Maranyo, the emotional leader of the squad. Dinding Manabat is called for a violation.
Yep, handed the cookie jar. Overreaching. You cannot thwart the second ball set of the setter.
Samantha Dawson serving for Binan.
Kapitan na nag-quota na.
Oo, kota na. Abby Maranyo na si Maisek. Laban nila sa Signa.
That's true.
Si Jen Reyes dahil nag-display. At syempre si Dinding Manabat. Quick to score para din sa Petron play.
Dinding Manabat yung quota nito. Quota nito, 30 kills per game.
Take a look at it. Masangkay to Manabat. Tex Suter when you have the hammer.
You put it down, and boy, Honey Royce Tubino got caught watching that spike.
Mabayad with a tip. Can Petron put the punctuation mark in set number 1? And that one goes to Ces Molina, and she gets an Abby Maranyo to celebrate that kill. And Petron Blaze taking set number 1, 25-15.